Welcome to this episode of Video Drone by DIY, 3dtech.com. In this episode, we're going to take a look at this. We just got this in. It's the Skyzone RC 700D 7-inch diversity DVD monitor. Wow. So what this is this is an FPV viewer that I got offline. I got it off Amazon. I'll have the links below, and I want to do a little bit of an unboxing. So it was a very affordable unit, I think just a little over $100. And the biggest thing is it's a DVR, and I'll get to that in a minute. And so as we open up the box, one of the first things we notice is we have some instructions. Rather basic, seems to be like one sheet of instructions, and then obviously the unit itself. So it seems to be decently packed. And then in the bottom, as we take out the unit, looks like we got a couple rubber ducky antennas. Looks like a power cord. I forget the name of this connector for an external battery, and also another video out, I believe, setup. So let's take a look at the unit itself. So the unit comes with a sunscreen and channel indicator. I want to note that up here. So because I believe it's a 32 channel. And one of the things, kind of maybe a little bit short of the downside, is it's set by dip switches, so you'll have to set the switches to whatever you want to set it to. Also, this supports a 2S to 6S battery, and we'll talk about that in a little bit in a minute. It does not come with a battery, and I think that's one of the reasons it was a little bit cheaper. So again, we have the antenna setup, so we just have the little nubbin covers on here for the connectors. It does come with a sunscreen. I can get my finger in here to open it up, which is a little tough. I believe this also pops off from what I've seen on the internet, so I'm not going to pop it off, but it seems like it will pop off. We have AV in, AV out, we have USB, and we have for the SSD card. Does not come with an SSD card for the DVR. It has playback, plus, minus, OK, record, menu, and then we have two different power inputs. Now, the one thing I like about this, it has a lot of power input options. Now, the other thing to note, this version also has a switch on the back, and you can see it's kind of crooked, so I think they kind of retrofit the switch in, because this is one of the complaints about the earlier units. There was no way to turn it on and off other than removing the power. Back seems to be a little bit difficult to pop off. Yeah, there we go. So again, this takes a 2S to 6S battery. So I've got I believe it's a 6, same one that controls the up air controller. So let's go see how this looks. So again, oh, the other thing I want to point out is it's got it looks like I don't know, is that a 1/4 20 or 3/8? Let me see. So it is a 1/4 20. Whew. I was getting a little nervous. I thought it might have been a 3/8. It looked kind of large. So again, this will thread onto a standard tripod, and that's one of the big reasons I got this unit. So, ooh, good. So let's pop this open again, and we get the magic screen. Then what I want to do is just plug this power supply in, and turn on the back. We get a blue light, and we get the Skyzone. And I think you guys can see it. We have static. What you're looking at there, folks, is the Big Bang. So, but what's interesting about this is, so it's got time, date, and it's also giving battery indications. Percent full of memory card. So it looks like some pretty interesting stuff. Because one of the things I want to do with this is see if I can capture video from the up here to capture the SSD, sorry, to capture the OSD, the on-screen display. So what I want to be able to do is actually, for the videos I produce for you guys, be able to catch what I see on the FPV screen, and so that's why I got this. And so I can put that and then overlay it with the video of the copter and vice versa. So again, this is a very affordable solution, and I'm hoping, again, with the dual diversity receivers, I'll get some pretty good range out of this to, really get some good shots. And feed through there. And also, if I forget to push the video button to save the video, I'll actually have some video. So far it looks pretty good as far as that. Now, one of the things that I think I'm going to do, since I flew the SEMA off into the lake, I've got a bunch of these basically equivalent of S2 batteries. Now they have the funny SEMA connector on them. I think I'm going to remove these and solder. Again, sorry, I don't know the name of these connectors, but the female version of these on here, so I can utilize these batteries which I have to power it. Also worth note is if we flip this around, these SEMA batteries will fit into the back. You have to kind of tuck this around, but the SEMA battery will fit into the back with plenty of room, so that's a good thing too. Now the one thing to note, this won't charge itself, so you have to remove the batteries for them to charge. If you plug in power to the side and power to the side, it will not charge the battery. So something to kind of keep in mind, because what I saw on the internet is a lot of people modded these back covers to allow the balanced pigtail to stick through, and I think I'm going to do the same. Is what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify one of these SEMA batteries to power the unit, and then I'm going to drill a hole in here for this balanced pigtail to stick through, so I don't have to keep opening the back, because you saw what a pain it is to open it, and then just you know, plug it into the charger and let it charge, and then you know, use it in that way. This battery just stays right in there, because I think pretty much for most of my flying that this will, that the one SEMA, the 2500 milliamp battery should work pretty good, so I'm really not overly concerned I'm going to run out of juice. If I do in the future, well, I've got multiples of these and I can swap them out or do something, so not overly concerned with that. So anyway, so far so good. When we get out in the field, we do some field trials with this. I'll let you guys know, and I'll keep you guys updated a little bit more with the output. The other thing I'm wondering is, you know, I've got the Hubsan X4, you know, the basic version without FPV. Now, I've seen a lot of folks actually pair that basic Hubsan X4 Desire with the more expensive or advanced controller, Hubsan controller, and it does transmit FPV, or at least that's what they claim. So one of the things I'm kind of thinking aloud here is I can possibly use this with my Hubsan X4 too. So we'll check that out in another video, but again, I just wanted to share basic unboxing with you of this. And again, I looked at a number of these before I purchased these and did some homework on the internet. So again, the reviews and general consensus on this has been pretty good on the internet. It is a very affordable unit when it comes to, you know, DVRs with a screen and that kind of stuff. So it is pretty cool. And if you got a Phantom or something like that, I think it should also work with that too. So anyways, pretty happy with this so far, and so I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So if you found this interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget, subscribe button is going to be coming up over there. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Appreciate it. And so we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.